So I've come up to Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore for a little color tour hike. So I'm just getting started this morning. I'm just going down a couple days and then back the same way along the North Country Trail. It follows Lake Superior down to the end of the park and back. I'll make it about a 70-mile down and back trip. Hopefully I'm going to get some sun one of the days. Colors are beautiful, but boy, that sun really brings them out, so we'll see what happens. So this is probably the most magical time to come up here and hike this Pictured Rocks Lakeshore National Park Trail, the North Country Trail, along Superior and these beautiful inland lakes. And the other benefit is it's not very crowded. A lot of people bail with the finicky fall weather. If it's not going to be perfect weather, they don't come. So if you put your stuff together, just come anyway. You're likely to hit at least some good weather and some spectacular color. So the first 7 miles of the trail is pretty much through a tunnel of trees, but after that it follows the lake. I just came from the other side of those dunes is where the trail is in the forest. And now we're heading west. Next stop will be that lighthouse down there and Hurricane River. And you don't have to carry much water because there's the biggest water source on the planet right there. So this is a front country campground. Hurricane, it's the first one you come to. There's 3 along this trail that the trail goes right through. And you're probably wondering why I'm telling you this. Well, I've got a reason, and you just have to be patient. Just remember this campground. When we get to the next one, I'll tell you why. I just passed a bunch of backpackers from, I'm assuming Michigan State. They all had Michigan hats on. But I'm now at that second campground I talked about. This is 12-mile beach. And the reason I'm bringing these up is if you can't get a backcountry permit, an option would be to get a front country campsite, because the trail, this is the trail, it goes right through 3 campgrounds right along the shores of Lake Superior. And according to these kids from Michigan State, this is the best bathroom you're going to see for 3 days. They don't know that the best bathroom around here is right out there in the woods. Anyway, my point is that you really can't stay in this campground, not because you're a backpacker, but because you'd have to deal with recreation.gov. And if you're curious who recreation.gov is, I'll link the video as the end screen on the end of this video, because it does have to do with recreation. It just doesn't have to do anything with gov. And the Park Service obviously can't manage their own parks. The other problem is, and a lot of the reason you can't get a backcountry site is because people are not able to get a site in here. So car campers actually park here, back at the parking area, and they haul their gear to the nearest backcountry site. It might take them a couple trips, or if they got 10 kids, 1 trip, and they're filling up the backcountry. So in the old days, you used to come up to this little building right here, and there was an Iron Ranger. An Iron Ranger is a pipe with a little slot in it. You find an empty site, you put your money in it, and oh, there's one right there. But I bet it doesn't work. No, taped up. They don't want to take your money anymore. So anyway, you used to be able to put your money in there and stay for the night. But now you have to do it on the internet with recreation.gov. Just a bunch of Washington Beltway bandits. And to do that, you'd have to leave here, drive 30 miles to town, get an internet connection, make your reservation, and drive back. So, it's just an option. You can try and get a front country site or a back country site. They're both along the same path. But I even have a better option. Another couple miles, I'll give that to you. So this is what I'm talking about. Your other option. This is called the Fox River Pathway. So the North Country Trail in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, actually crosses the Two-Hearted River and the Fox River. Yeah, this is Hemingway country. And so if you can make it this far, now, you know, this is fall, it gets dark early. I left the parking area at 11 o'clock today, and I'm here still in plenty of light. But the Fox River Pathway goes south here, away from the lake. Goes about 30 miles, follows the Fox River. It's a nice hike in itself. If you wanted to do that, or you could park at 12 Mile Beach in that parking lot, come down here and go south. But if you look at a map of the lakeshore, it's very narrow. That's why they call it a lakeshore park. It's protecting the lakeshore. And so to get out of park jurisdiction and camp legally, just go up this trail and walk for about a half hour, 45 minutes, and you'll be on Michigan state land. And you can camp. If you want to keep doing the North Country Trail, just come back in the morning, keep going west or east, depending on where you started. But anyway, it's an option. So again, you're not just competing with sites with fellow backpackers. You're competing with car campers. You know, the lake's right there. And so it's also known as the Hiawatha Water Trail. So other people using these campsites are kayakers. And so there's a lot of competition for them. And again, recreation.gov is hard to deal with. You'll never backpack if you wait to get a site with them, or you're gonna have to start as soon as these sites open. So this is an option. So it's supposed to get down around freezing tonight, but we're up off the lake back in the woods over a dune, so that kind of breaks that north wind. And I'm sleeping with all my electronics. I haven't used my water filter in a while. It's probably dry, but I put it in the bottom of my bag anyway, just not taking any chances. Anyway, should be a nice night. Get an early start in the morning. Keep smiling.